1, 2, 3. Testing the audio. Okay, I think it's loud and clear. Waiting for some people to join as always. I like public though. Yes, I am. I am public. So today, of course I'll read some stories, but I decided to, if I get enough audience, I'm gonna ask some spooky riddles. Because why not? I do that sometimes. I think I only made shorts, I never did that live. But today I will. 18. Hello! Welcome to my live stream. Matthias, Oliveira, and Henrik. Welcome both of you. Thank you for voting. Drop a like since you're here. So I'm gonna ask you guys some spooky riddles. Let's see if you can solve it or not. They're gonna be hard, by the way. Let's see if you can. I basically say horror stories here, like creepypasta, true crime stories, urban legends. Sometimes I write stories and share that one. It really depends. Currently I don't have those, so I'm gonna read I'm gonna ask some riddles. I'll start reading some stories later, once I get enough audience. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Let me write that down and let's see if you guys can solve it. The more I take, the more you leave behind. The more I take, the more I leave behind. What am I? 5. I see now 5. Feels great. But I shouldn't care about the numbers now, because I need a stable audience. Let's see if you guys can solve it. I have to wait for my loyal audience, you know? They're usually watching my stuff. Can you solve it? I should put a text here maybe. Can you solve it? Let's do that. Can you solve it? I should use some animated one. Can you solve it? I don't need episode. Can you solve it? Okay. Why do I have episode? Can you solve it? Yeah. This looks good. I thought it's animated, but it's not animating. It's not animating. Okay, for now, let's just keep it that way. Can you solve it? Just stay here. Not here. I got it. No, the red doesn't look good. The red doesn't look good. Oh, it's because I locked it. Now better. The more I take, the more I leave behind. What am I? If you guys don't answer, I'm gonna solve it. Think about it. Where did you go? Perfect. So the answer is footsteps. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Makes sense. Now, for the next one. Usually, streams are not very fun if you guys are not talking, you know. I speak without a mouth, and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Can you solve this? Why did it... Just stay here. Oh no. Do not vibrate so aggressively. Okay? Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. There you go. There you go. Okay, thank you for liking. I appreciate it. So the answer is echo. Maybe I should wait for some people to join before even riddling. So I'll wait. I don't understand the algorithm, by the way. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because it keeps getting changed. YouTube all the time trying to update it. But I wonder when they're gonna stop. Like, okay, we got the perfect algorithm. We don't have to change anything. Ouch. So I wonder when that's gonna happen. When they finally settle things up and be like, okay, it seems like we have the perfect algorithm. We don't have to change things up. It's actually working. Small creators are happy, big creators are happy, so we don't need to mess things up for now. But no, they gotta change things up every now and then. Let me ask another one. You can see me in the dark, but I disappear when you turn on the lights. What am I? Somebody said hi and immediately left. I wonder why. What's the point? It's not like I didn't answer you. Oh, I did. Henrik and Matthias. Some are just kids, basically. Probably that's why. Probably. Let the stream reach some more people. Maybe then I'll see something nice. Okay, welcome whoever you are. Say hi. If you decided to stay. If not, then bye. It peaked till 17 and then immediately dropped. And this happens actually. It's nothing new, it happens with everyone. It happens with everyone. Those are basically from the shorts feed. They're always swiping, and I know I do that too when I watch shorts, and that's the only thing I want to watch. I keep swiping, and I come across to some streams and I don't want to watch, so I just stop for a few seconds and then swipe again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know why I had to write that down here. I'm gonna delete it later, since nobody's here. I speak without a mouth, and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Okay, I think I read that already, so I'm not going to. This seems interesting. The disturbing voicemails of the man who didn't exist. I think I read that already. But still, let's read it. In 2003, a woman in the UK began receiving voicemails on her home answering machine. Okay, on her home answering machine. At first, they sounded normal. A man's voice. Calm, polite, He said he was looking for someone who didn't live here. But the messages kept coming. Every night, always around 3 a.m. And they were wrong. The voice never changed tone, never reacted to her messages, asking him to stop. He never sounded angry, never sounded humanly or emotional. Okay? Just the same flat, slow voice saying things like, I know you're here. Sorry, I know you're there. You don't have to hide. I will see you soon. There was no breathing on the record. Okay, so there was no breathing on the records. The recordings, maybe, probably. Okay? No background noise, just the voice. The phone company traced the calls. There was no originating number. Police investigated. They searched nearby houses. Nothing. Then one night, the voicemail said something different. I'm standing outside now. I'm standing outside now. Officers arrived within minutes. No one was outside. No footprints, no vehicle. But the voicemail timestamp showed it. Okay, but the voicemail timestamp showed it was left. What do you mean? Hello, Kian. Welcome back, brother. I'm glad you joined. I just started, and I'm waiting for some more people to join, and you're the first guy, basically. Yeah. Earlier, I could see 2 more people, but they just left. So, technically, you're the first audience today. And today I'm going to read a lot of stories, of course, but I'm also gonna ask riddles. Very hard ones. So now I'm reading a story, but you can stay or leave. Depends on your mood, but do drop a like. I'll appreciate it forever. So in 2003, a woman in the UK began receiving voicemails on her home. Shaming S.A. Hello, brother. Welcome. Welcome. Do drop a like if possible. I'm reading a story. Hopefully it's gonna be enjoyable. Actually, I already read that and it's a pretty good one. But I'm gonna read it again for you guys. So in 2003, a woman in the UK began receiving voicemails on her home answering machine. At first, they sounded normal. A man's voice, calm, polite. He said he was looking for someone who didn't live there. But the messages, yeah, keep commenting, I really appreciate it. It feels great. But the messages kept coming. Every night. Always around 3 a.m. And they were wrong. The voice never changed tone, never reacted to her messages, asking him to stop. He never sounded angry. Never sounded humanly emotional either. Just the same flat, slow voice saying things like, I know you're there. You don't have to hide. I will see you soon. How many views on live you had the most? 500 max. Like the post views actually. For example, let's say today I'm gonna get 200 views total. After I post that, like public it might get a little bit more and then it's 300. That way the highest was 500 max. Of course, the views are like calculated as a whole. For example, now I have 5. After a while, it's gonna be 6, then 9, then 3 again. This way, you know. The calculation is different. It counts as a whole. You know. Good luck if you wanna be a creator. Now I have 9, but now at this moment it's 5. But if you ask about the concurrent viewer, like what's the max I had and I was like while I was doing the stream, it was probably 15 or around. Okay, so good luck with your journey. I think you have the potential. You already understand things and you question things, which is very good for your age. Remember, kids who ask questions will answer people someday. So I wish you all the very best with your journey. Whatever you want to become, just stay focused and you will be that, no matter what it is. So, that strange man with the flat, slow voice saying things like, "I know you're here. You don't have to hide. I'll see you soon." I have 34 subs. I want to be a creator to be. I will try to thank you. Thank you very much. I will subscribe definitely. You know what? You're gonna earn a subscriber. Now, I will subscribe to you, okay? You're a very good guy. If my audience, like, they have the dream to become something, I always try to encourage them. And if they're like a small creator already, I do my best to check them out, subscribe even. So I'm going to subscribe. Is that your channel, Kian? Kian's back, boys. Is that your channel? I know it is, but still I need to confirm. I'm not gonna play a video. Sorry, it's gonna be a copyright issue. So, is that your channel? Subscribed. Now you have one more. And that's your brother hREED. Okay? All the very best. Never stop posting. When I say never stop posting, I don't mean post every single day. You don't have to do that. I mean to say don't quit. Let's say you haven't, like, you're not making videos anymore. It's been a while. It's fine. Make now, if you can. Just stay connected. Only then you'll be successful. Now, I'm a small creator myself. I only have around 2,000 subscribers. 2,365 to be exact. It's not that much, but I still have some experience to help you guys out if you ever need any. You know? Okay, let's continue the story. There was no breathing on the records, but I think they mean recordings, not record. It was a typing mistake. No background noise, just the voice. The phone company traced the calls. There was no originating number. Police investigated. They searched nearby houses. Nothing. Then one night, the voicemail said something different. "I'm standing outside now." The woman called the police immediately. Officers arrived within minutes. No one was outside. No footprints, no vehicle. But the voicemail timestamp showed it was left from her own phone line. After the night, the calls stopped. Completely. Years later, audio experts reviewed the recordings, okay? Just read it properly. They confirmed the voice was not spliced, not edited, and not a loop. No explanation was ever given, no suspect, no source. Just a voice that knew when she was home and somehow called her from inside her own line. And the story is unsolved. It's so unsolved. And that's creepy. You don't have to thank me, brother. I didn't do that much. I just subscribed to you. Yeah, comment, keep them coming. That helps. That helps the reach. Don't worry, I'm gonna watch some of your shorts and drop some likes. My hair is a mess today. I like your stream very much. Thank you very much, brother. Even though my streams are not very entertaining in my opinion. I'm new too, you know? It's not like I have so many experience. I'm new too. A small creator, just like you. I'm a small creator, just like you. One day, when I'll grow up, and my fellow creators, you guys gonna grow up too, and maybe we're gonna collab. But kid, you gotta be focused. You gotta be focused. And you will grow too. I'm waiting for the subscribers who usually join the streams. My dream is to be a Roblox creator. You know how strong that niche is? Niche is the theme, basically. Roblox and Minecraft. These two games work like magic. If you make some shorts playing Roblox, you don't even have to do commentary. You don't even have to add music or anything. You will get views. How about, do you have any Roblox shorts in your channel? Do you? If you do, I mean, have some shorts of Roblox. Okay, so you have, I'm gonna check them out. They're gonna work. Stay consistent and they're gonna work. Good job. Hello, Ghost Story with me, Tanvir. Welcome back, my brother. Yeah, you're number 7. Eleanor is back. Welcome, everyone. I just finished reading a story, but today, every now and then, I'm gonna ask some riddles. Spooky riddles. And my little buddy Kian was talking about his Roblox journey. So I was just telling him to keep going. Roblox and Minecraft, these two games work like magic, and Fortnite. Even though I don't play any of these, but they work. They're gonna just make one short and you're gonna get a lot of views just because it's a Roblox short. You don't even have to do anything special, you know? Minecraft. The title itself is so powerful. You have Fortnite too, so every now and then upload some Fortnite shorts too. You know, these three, there are more of course, but I'm just mentioning. Well, for example, Pokemon Go, very popular. These are very commonly played, so they get views like magic. Sometimes you're gonna see you have more short views than somebody who's bigger than you. If you upload a Roblox short. This will happen. It'll just take some time. So that's very good. That's very good. Let me ask. a riddle. Nobody could answer it. Let's see if you can. Are you guys ready? Let's see. First, I'm gonna put this one here. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Can you solve this? The more you take, the more you leave behind. What is it? I'll give you some time. And if you fail, I'm gonna answer the riddle. Is that money? Good guess, but no, it's not money. I'm gonna solve it. The answer is... What did you say again? Okay, I'm gonna ask it again. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? The more you take, the more you leave behind. Think. The more you take, the more you leave behind. The more you take, the more time you... That's actually a pretty smart answer. But no. The answer is... I think Kian is writing. Let me give him a chance. Food. That's a good answer too. Footsteps. Okay, ghost stories with me. I think you Googled. Did you Google? That's the correct answer. Footsteps. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Footsteps. Like when you walk, you leave your footsteps while you take them. Yep. Time for another one. I speak without a mouth. No, that's a very hard one, so I'm not gonna ask that. You can see me in the dark, but I disappear when you turn on the light. What am I? You can see me in the dark, but I disappear when you turn on the light. I'm 2, no. Are you 2? Yeah, you're number 2. Who's number 2? Yeah, Kian. Darkness, and Kian said shadow. No, I didn't Google it, but I used translator. Okay, so the correct answer is shadow. Kian's is correct. Good job. Good job, Kian. Time for another one. I'm always watching you, but I have no eyes. I follow you everywhere, but never move. What am I? This is a hard one. This is a very hard... I would actually fail to answer this one. I'm always watching you, but I have no eyes. I follow you everywhere, but never move. What am I? I'm gonna write it so that you can read it properly. A phone? Nope, not a phone. Not a phone. God. Let's read that again, if it sounds like God. I'm always watching you, but I have no eyes. I mean, we don't know if God has eyes or not, so it's not confirmed. I follow you everywhere, but never move. It says never move. God never moves. Of course God moves. What am I? Riddles are definitely hard, and I suck at them. Okay, the sun. That's a good answer, but nope, that's not the correct one. Keep trying. Today I'm not gonna have a lot of audience. The moon. That's similar, but nope. Personality. I don't think it's personality. Do you want me to answer? Do you want me to answer? Okay, keep trying. Six. I see 6 people. That feels great. I'm always watching you, but I have no eyes. I follow you everywhere but never move. What am I? Give me a second. I'ma feed a baby. Okay. Your consciousness, you mean, or your conscience? It's a very hard one. You're conscious. Nope. But that's a very powerful answer. It actually fits. Okay, I'm gonna answer this. It's a very hard one. Your reflection. The answer is your reflection. I'm always watching you, but I have no eyes. Hold on a second. You know what? This riddle is wrong. If it's my reflection, the reflection gonna have my eyes. I think whoever made this one, they didn't think deep enough. My reflection gonna have my eyes. Of course. So it's a wrong one. So you guys actually did well. It's just the riddle sucks. It should be I only watch you when you watch me. That sounds perfect. That sounds creepy, in fact. That's a good one. I like this one. Let's try another one. I have a face and 2 hands, but no arms or legs. I count down your life silently. What am I? This one is not that hard if you think about it. I have a face. No, you don't. What? Okay. Face means the head, basically. And 2 hands, but no arms and legs. I count down your life silently. What am I? It's a bad riddle. I also thought that the answer would be my reflection, but it has eyes, so I did not answer. Okay. This is a bad riddle. I ain't gonna ask this one. Time for another one. Some people just make riddles out of thin air, and they often don't make any sense. I'm tall when I'm young, and short when I'm old. Yeah, it was a clock. Good job! But it was a bad riddle, wasn't it? But you solved it anyways. I didn't read, sorry. Yeah, it was a clock. Great job, Eleanor. So, I'm asking another one now. I'm tall when I'm young, and short when I'm old. I die in the dark, but live in the light. What am I? I'm going to ask this so that you can read. Ghost stories would be said, candle. A flower. Eleanor said a flower. Kian probably left. So, read that again. I'm tall when I'm young. Tall when... Okay, flower makes sense too. Short when I'm old. Okay, flower also bends. I die in the dark, but live in the light. That's the part you gotta focus on. What am I? So you guys think. Okay, so you're here. Try to solve this one. Let's see if you can. I'm tall when I'm young. Okay, I'm short when I'm old. Alright. But if I die in the dark, but live in the light. Eleanor said a flower. Ghost horror stories said a candle. You guys don't leave, okay? I'll be back. I'll try to be quick. A fly? Is it a shadow? I'll be right back, okay? Don't leave. Usually whenever I get up and stay off for a while, I see a huge drop, so I'll be quick. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I'm gonna answer the riddle. Can't the answer be our shadow, because the shadow fades into the darkness, but it's seen in the light. But it's tall when it's young, it's short when it's old. Shadows always stay the same around. Yeah, it's a tough one, but the shadow isn't. Yeah, exactly, Eleanor pointed out. So, the answer is the correct answer is a candle. Ghost stories, you were correct. Your first answer was correct. It's a candle. A candle is tall when it's young, short when it's old. It dies when it's dark. Make sense now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Time for another one. The dead can see it, but the living can't. The blind can see it, but the seeing can't. What is it? Let me refresh and see if I have some likes. I think I do. I have 8 likes, but I probably have 9. 8 votes. So every single one of you who liked it voted as well. Nothing. Eleanor says nothing. And it's not the... I mean, you're close actually, but it's not the right answer. It is not the right answer. It's not the right answer. I think I lost some views. Death? Okay, that's brutal, but nope, that's not the correct answer. Keep trying. Nothingness. Yeah, you're close, but that's not the correct answer. I'm gonna give you options. Okay? I'm gonna give you 4 options. Emptiness. I will give you options. A. B. Nothingness. C. I'm giving options, so don't write, maybe. A. Darkness. B. Nothingness. C. Shadows. D. Light. D. Light. Kian said light. Eleanor says darkness. The correct answer is... okay. The correct answer is shadows. I knew the answer would be candles, but you left me confused, but it's not right. You say good job when others are able to answer, but something else is happening in my case. I'm actually confusing on purpose. I did say good job when you answered too, you forgot about it. Ghost stories with me. It's The shadows. Oopsie. That's wrong. My answer made more sense. Yeah, your answer made more sense, absolutely. I mean, if I didn't know the answer, I would probably guess the same. I would make it happen. Blind people don't see shadows, they see nothing. Exactly. So your answer definitely made sense. Time for another one. Let's see if you can do it. I crawl at night, hide by day, and feed on fear without a mouth. What am I? What am I? Let's see, Keon and Eleanor. Can you answer it? Nightmares. I mean, that makes sense. Let's see if Keon answers or not. I'm gonna reveal the answer soon. Faceless fish. Faceless fish? I don't know if that's a thing. But the correct answer is nightmares. Eleanor was correct again. Good job. I think Ghost Stories with me left. He thought that I ignored his answer. Coincidentally, I just didn't say a good job. I was trying to confuse when he was right. So he thought I probably ignored his answer. Dude, I didn't ignore your answer. Bro, you look like a rockstar. Thank you very much, said Wasil Hassan. I bet you're more rockstar than I am. I'm definitely sure about that. Okay, you don't have to be sad, Kian. You answered correctly a couple of times already. But good job, both of you. Thank you very much, said Wasil Hassan, for joining. The logo of his channel is very... Yeah, I probably will. But not this stream. Some other day. Just join me, maybe we can jam together. And I know you definitely can't sing. Okay, let's move on to the next riddle. You heard... it's a typo. So I'm gonna try to correct it. Yeah. You hear me before. You see me. And once you see me, it's too late. What am I? I'm gonna write it down here so that you understand it better. You hear me before, you see me, and once you see me, it's too late. What am I? How many likes I got? Probably 10. Ghost. But yeah, it sounds like a ghost, right? But let me read that again. A wolf. You hear me before you see me. You hear me before you see me. A wolf? And once you see me, it's too late. Okay, that makes sense actually, kind of. But that's too specific. Like, literally anything can kill you, right? A wolf, a tiger, a bear, even a gorilla. Oh yeah, wolves howl. Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm gonna reveal it. Is it a predator animal? I mean, do you want a hint? Because if I hint it, like even a subtle hint gonna solve it. I think so, because it's actually pretty easy. It's a pretty easy one. It is a pretty easy one. So, no matter what type of predator or animal it is, the results are always the same. You hear me before you see me, and once you see me, it's too late. It's actually a pretty sad one. So, no, it's not as easy as I thought. It's actually hard and kinda. I mean, it doesn't make too much sense in my opinion now that I'm thinking. But I'll answer it now. I'm gonna give you options. Are you ready? A natural disaster. You're actually pretty close. I'm gonna tell you the answers. I mean options. Okay, here are the options. A storm. B. Death. C. Monsters. D. Zombies. You hear me before you see me. Not always though, but you do sometimes. And once you see me, it's too late. What am I? A storm. Makes sense. It's a hard one actually, and it connects. Kian says C. Monsters. B. Death. Okay. The correct answer is death. No matter how it comes, through the storm, monsters, zombies, disease, anything. When you hear you're gonna die, it's too late. Like sometimes you have cancer, you know? It probably meant that way, but to me it doesn't make that sense. It's not so direct, like it's not that obvious. So it's more like a deep thought than a riddle. This one seems very interesting. Maybe you're gonna enjoy this one. But I don't know if you guys can solve this one. I'm inside your house, but you never invite me. I watch you sleep and leave when you wake. I come sometimes. I only visit some people, not everyone. What am I? Yeah, when you see that, it's too late. This riddle is very technical. It's very technical and spooky. I'm inside your house, but you never invite me. I watch you sleep and leave when you wake. What am I? And whatever it is, it doesn't visit you every night or anything. And it doesn't visit everybody, you know? A ghost, yeah, it definitely sounds like one. And it's connected, kind of. But is it a ghost? So Kian says ghost, and Eleanor said silence. The correct answer is... Let me give you some options. Option A. A ghost. Option B. A cat. Option C. Sleep paralysis. Option D. Smoke. I know you guys can. Option A, a ghost. Kian says a ghost. Okay. Sleep paralysis, Eleanor says. And the correct answer is... sleep paralysis. Now it makes sense, right? It's inside your house, but you never invite him. Of course, that's just a fancy way of saying, but it always invites you when you never even invite it. And it watches you sleep, and it always leaves when you are awake. Sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis. That makes sense. I got 11 likes. 11 likes. And that makes me so happy. Already. Now it's an hour. Like, I already crossed an hour. Like 1 hour. 3 minutes. So now I will stop getting reach. Therefore, I'm not gonna get more views. Okay, I see 5 people for some reason. But that huge bump, that won't happen anymore. That's just like... it ended for today. 6, now I see 6. But it'll never cross number 10. Like 9 max. Maybe. Let's try some more. I'm gonna ask another one. I follow you everywhere, but never touch you. What am I? It's an easy one. It follows you everywhere, but it never touched you, ever. Try, try, try. Try it yourself. A ghost, right? Oh, you're close, you're close. You're close. Eleanor probably left. She gonna come back in a bit. Ghost story is back. Listen, dude, you kinda misunderstood. You answered correctly once, I know. But that time I felt like confusing instead of saying good job. But I did tell you good job before, so that was just a coincidence, that's it. So, you said shadow. Ghost story and shadow. I follow you everywhere, but I never touched you, what am I? So the correct answer is... a shadow. So Ghost story is correct one more time. Good job, brother. Oh, Kian asked me how many views I get. I'll show you the, like this one, okay? So currently, this stream gave me 115 views so far. Let's see if we can reach more. Hopefully it'll reach 200, but I don't know. I didn't ignore you. You said ghost, and that's the wrong answer. I didn't ignore you, Kian. I literally was showing you something. I didn't go anywhere. I was here. I was just watching. Okay, that's alright. Kian, you said shadow, but that's a... Now, Kian said ghost, and that's not the correct answer. Shadow is. Sometimes what happened is, the chat, I see them little later. You know, a delay happens. So it's not my fault. I apologize if it happens. I try to read every single one of you. Okay, huge views said A. I just got your comment now. I apologize, brother. I apologize. I didn't see you. YouTube, don't do that. I'm gonna ask another one, but I think I kinda lagged, so I see a huge drop. I see a huge drop, and for some reason the chat is gone from the screen, but I do see it on my phone screen, on my computer screen, so yeah. Okay, now I see 4. Let's read another one. I'm black when you buy me, red when you use me, and gray when you throw me away. What am I? Interesting. And a hard one in my opinion. It's a hard one. I'm gonna give you options. Don't worry about that. I will give you options. So let me ask that again. I'm black when you buy me. I'm red when you use me. I'm gray when you throw me away. What am I? Charcoal. Welcome, Jolene. Haven't seen you for a while, but welcome back. Yeah, okay. Jolene said charcoal. Let's see if you guys can answer the correct. I'm gonna reveal the answer after a few more people try it. I'm black when you buy me, red when you use me, and gray when you throw me away. What am I? Kian, are you here? Ghost Stories and Hugh. Are you guys here still? Eleanor left, she gonna be back, she says. She'll gonna be back. Okay, Kian, try to answer that. Jolene said charcoal. I'm black. Maybe coal, but not coal is considering buying. Take your time. I'm black when... charcoal is a good guess. Okay, so Eleanor said charcoal. Ghost Stories and Kian. Try to answer this riddle. I'm black when you buy me, red when you use me, and gray when you throw me away. What am I? I'm gonna reveal the answer in a bit. I'm just giving you guys a chance. It's a hard one actually. Wood. Ghost Stories with me said wood. Okay, now it's Kian's turn. Let's see if you guys can. I mean, only one person left, maybe. I don't know. He was here. I think he left. So it's just Kian now. Wood, charcoal. Okay, Eleanor said charcoal, Jolene said charcoal. Ghost stories is not sure, but he said wood. Okay, I'll answer. Time's up. Oh, no wood. Wood is not black. Time's up, by the way. The correct answer is charcoal. So Jolene and Eleanor, you both answered it correct. Good job. Now, another one. You hear me, but you can't see me. I answer when you call. What am I? It's a hard one. I would fail, actually, to answer this one. It's a hard one, definitely. It's not that obvious when you think about it. Phone. Jolene said phone. I can't take credit for it. Jolene answered it right. Yeah, but okay. Very wise of you. Very wise of you. You hear me, but you can't see me. I answer when you call. What am I? Jolene said phone. Is it a phone? As I said, it's not as obvious as it sounds. Like, it's acting like it's so obvious, but it's not. It's not. Eleanor said echo. Probably not. Okay, so Jolene said phone, Eleanor said echo. Let's see the other two. Can they answer it? I'll reveal it soon, but I'll give you guys enough time to answer. You can change your answer, Jolene, if you want, but I should make a rule where you cannot change your answer. Otherwise, people gonna keep changing the answer and it's gonna be a mess. I mean, phone, probably not. Yeah, I get that. You meant your answer. That's why I said you can change your answer if you want. For some reason, my wrist is hurting today. Arrgh. Ghost Stories and Kian, are you guys still here? If not, then I'm gonna reveal the answer, because I see to like 8 people. Our name. So Ghost Story said our name. Maybe Kian left, so I'm gonna reveal the answer. Times. Okay, Kian said yes. So, what's your answer? You hear me? You can hear me, but you can't see me. I answer when you call. So the correct answer is an echo. Eleanor is correct once again. Good job. I'm gonna make a rule where you cannot change your answer, and I'm gonna... Yeah. You said the Grim Reaper. Even if you answered it, it would be wrong. The correct answer is echo. Time for another one. If you guys have your own, wow, congratulations. If you have, like, you guys can ask me too if you want. I'll try to solve. We will try to solve, okay? So, if you guys have any, you can ask it. You can ask us if you want. But let me ask till then. I'm always running, but never move. What am I? It's a very easy one, but I don't know what is echo. Echo is, you know, that you heard about, like, how do I explain, you know? Reverb, echo. You probably heard that word before. Echo is, I'm gonna type here. How do I explain? Like you hear your own voice basically, you know? Let's say you're talking in an empty space where nothing is around and you're talking and you hear your own voice, you know? That's an echo. Try it in an empty room, as Eleanor said. You know what is it, you probably don't know the word, that's it. Running machine. So Jolene said running machine. Let's see if you're correct, but let me get them. When you're on phone high bang hat and you say something and it repeats you. Yeah, Kian said it correctly as well. I'm always running, but never move. What am I? Let me write it down here. I'm always running, but never move. What am I? Jolene said, running machine. You're actually pretty close. It's a machine. Okay, that's an unintentional hint, but yeah. I'm always running. A river. A stationary bike. Ghost stories. Do you want to try? Wind. Okay. The correct answer is a clock. It's always running. Think about it. It makes sense. It's a clock. Always running, but it doesn't move. The clock is always running, but it doesn't move. Yeah, so that makes sense. Tick tock. Wind moves. A stationary bike also moves. It's running, it's also moving. A river. That's a good answer too. I mean, I would have guessed that probably. A river, a sea, a lake. Now let's try another one. I open my mouth but never speak. What am I? I open my mouth but never speak. What am I? That's a bad one. That's a bad riddle. But still, let's see if you can answer. I hope each and every one of you dropped a like already. A frog. A frog. It opens. Let me think if it makes any sense. I open my mouth, but I never speak. I mean, frogs are still speaking. That's just their own language, right? The mouth is open, but it doesn't talk. It doesn't try to say anything. Frogs are trying to say something, of course. 11 likes. Think about it. Think about it. A jar. Ghost Story said a jar. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It has a mouth. It opens. You open it. But it doesn't talk. I mean, that's a close answer. Our goal 20 likes 0. Our goal 20 likes. No, I have 11 likes. 11 to 12 likes so far. Yeah, my goal is actually 20. But let's see what happens. Jolene probably left till battery runs out. Oh yeah, that makes sense. As I said, some of the comments I see with some delays. You know, I don't see it immediately. It's not like I'm, okay, you're still here. It's not like I'm ignoring. It's just sometimes I see them later. It can happen. So, bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna answer. Are you guys ready? It's a cave. Opens, like, it's like a mouth, right? I open my mouth but never speak. And it's a silly one, as I said. It doesn't make much sense. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. Okay, enough riddles. I'm gonna ask another one, then I'll read a story. Yeah, that's hard, definitely, and it doesn't make much sense in my opinion. So I'm gonna ask another riddle. Not the last riddle, but for now. And then read a story. Let's see if you guys can solve it. The more you look at me, the less you see. What am I? It's a very hard one. I'm gonna give you options. But first, try without the options. The more you look at me, the less you see. The more you look at me, the less you see. The sun. Keep trying. I'm gonna reveal the answer once I'm back. I'm gonna get some water for myself. I need bigger bottle. Try. I'm back. I'm gonna reveal the answer soon. The darkness, sunlight, the sun. Okay. The answer is the darkness. Eleanor is correct. The more you see, the more you look at me, the less you see. Because, think about it. The more you're trying to see in the dark, the less you see. Of course. Okay, time for another story. Let's read it. I'm going to read. Let me check the story first if it's authentic and accurately written. I don't think it's a very readable one. Let me try. How many likes I have? 12? Can you confirm that? Okay, yes, the darkness. So I'm going to just give me a minute before I pick a story. Gotta be a good one. I can't just read anything randomly. So, I suddenly see a drop. I see 0 people, but I don't see views. What is happening? What is happening? I don't see anybody now. Are you guys still here? Eleanor's here, I can see. Maybe I lagged, didn't I? Yeah, I see one too. It dropped. It suddenly dropped. It's not supposed to happen now. Okay, let's wait before reading. I need more people. I need to... Let me write a text here. 3. I see 3 now. Why do I see 3 now? Okay, wait a second. No, can you solve it? I'm not asking any riddles now. No more riddles. No more riddles. I'm gonna write it in a creepy way. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'm not gonna let you. Do not leave. I need to find a creepy one. A creepy phone. I don't have much options. I do not have many. Okay, that looks good. Let's pick the color red, but it's not that visible. It doesn't look. What the hell? Typo. I said leave. What do you mean by leave? But it's not that visible. It doesn't appear very pronounced way. It's not so bold. I need a bold kind of font. Okay, it seems like the color red is not popping. Maybe white is just a safer option. White is safer. Don't leave. Okay, now I see 3, so I can read. I see 3 actually. So I'm gonna read now. The story first appears on an old internet forum in the early 2000s, posted by a user who claimed it was something that happened during a camping trip. It became famous because of the rule. Okay? If you hear something calling your name from the woods, don't answer. There's something like that about the door, right? Eleanor told us that if you hear somebody knocking the door and never answers you when you ask them or something like that, do not open the door. What was it again, Eleanor? That door thing? Imagine if I fake a scenario like this and I'm the one who's knocking. Such an overreaction. Okay. A group of college friends went hiking in a remote forest reserve. No cell service, no nearby towns, just trees. If you hear a knock, you look through the window and no one is there. You shouldn't open the door. That sounds very fun for some reason. Interesting and fun, you know? But of course it's not fun if you experience it. A group of college friends went hiking in a remote forest reserve. No cell service, no nearby towns, just trees, trails, and one old ranger cabin they were allowed to use overnight. Pretty cozy, campy situation. The first night was normal. Fire, jokes, food, very fun moment, okay. Then just after midnight, someone spoke from the darkness beyond the firelight. It sounded exactly like one of them. Same voice, same tone, and it said, "Hey, come here for a second." Imagine hearing this. In movies, they always show kids camping and experiencing something very spooky. Hey, come here for a second. Everyone froze because the person whose voice it was sitting right there, staring into the fire. Okay, so it was a familiar voice, a person who was sitting right there, staring into the fire. No one answered. The voice tried again, closer this time. "Why are you ignoring me?" They stayed silent. One of them started counting quietly under his breath. He later said he didn't know why, he just felt like he had to keep track of time. After a minute, the voice stopped. They didn't sleep that night. It was a soul of somebody maybe, or somebody was trying to prank. The second night, things got worse. They heard footsteps circling the cabin, slow, uneven, like something learning how to walk. Then keep knocking. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks again. From the door, a voice spoke, another perfect imitation of one of the friends. "Guys, stop messing around. Let me in." Someone whispered, "That's not funny." Okay, someone whispered, "That's not funny, that's not funny." The voice replied immediately, "I know it's not funny. I didn't say it was." Then when they realized something was wrong, it knew what they were saying. Okay. At some point, one of them noticed something terrifying. They had started with 5 people. But every time they tried to count everyone in the room, they got a different number. Sometimes 6, sometimes 4. What the hell? Whenever someone said, "We're all here," the knocking would stop. Whenever someone questioned it, the knocking would start again. Just before sunrise, they heard the voice one last time, right outside the cabin wall. Eleanor said, "I wouldn't be able to sleep either." Understandable. Just before sunrise, they heard the voice one last time, right outside the cabin wall. Soft, curious. "Which one of you am I?" That's a weird question. Which one of you am I? No one answered. When daylight came, the forest was silent. They packed up and left immediately. On the trail out, they found something carved into a tree near the cabin. Not words, just tally marks. One more than the number of people who went in. They never figured out what it was. The original poster ended the story with one sentence. I don't know if it followed us home. I only know that sometimes when we're all together again, counting feels always wrong. You got that? The group of friends, whenever they counted, it felt always wrong. Sometimes 4, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. But nobody felt like a stranger, you know? Very, very weird one. A very weird one. A lot of people said, like, not a lot of people, some people. For example, my aunt said that she opened my live stream, but she can't see me. Okay, she can see me now. Okay, I was scared for a while, because imagine a lot of people are actually unable to see me. You guys can, totally, but some people out there just hearing my voice and that's it. And they never realize that it's actually a video live stream. That can harm my stream. I don't know why, I can always see you. Yes, you can. No, that was just an error. It can happen. Another story. And I'm ready for another one just like this. Another one. Another one. Another one. Yes, now she can see me, by the way. Drop a like since you're here. Okay, so she was unable to see me for the first 5 minutes. That's weird. Yeah, but this can happen, you know? Technical issues are always bugging us, no matter what we do. For example, my internet. Always. It can be the internet, of course. How many likes I have right now? How many? 12? I don't know if I sent her the correct link. "12 likes. Maybe today I'm not gonna reach 15 likes. I need minimum 15. Minimum 15. This story is called The Expressionless. You know, most of the times I don't tell you the title. Why? So that you don't know what to expect. Things can surprise you that way. If I tell you the name, you can always tell that, okay, so this story is about an old man, this story is about a doll, you know? If I don't tell you anything, that's like, that builds more curiosity. Because you still don't know what is it about. The suspense stays. It's like watching a movie without ever watching a single movie trailer. This one happened, or at least is claimed to have happened. Okay, so it sounds like a true story, but maybe it's not. Like, nobody proved it, but a lot of people claim that this actually happened. In 1972, at the UCLA Medical Center, it's creepy because it's said to be documented in hospital records through... Okay, let me read that again. This one happened, or at least is claimed to have happened, in 1972 at the UCLA Medical Center. Okay. So, I read that before probably. It's creepy because it's said to be documented in hospital records, though few details exist, which makes it even scarier. Okay? One night, a nurse reported that a woman had been brought into the emergency room. Witnesses described her as a bizarrely calm, completely silent type of woman. Bizarrely calm and completely silent. Maybe she's mute, or maybe she can't talk at all. Like she doesn't know. She can't react. Some type of condition. But that's not the worst part. The woman's face was completely blank. Okay, now it's getting interesting. So the woman's face was completely blank. She was calm and silent, like a robot basically. No eyes, no mouth, just smooth skin stretched across her head, like a mannequin. And it's not a creepypasta. It's possibly a true story. She wore a lab coat and clutched a syringe in her hand, the nurse. She didn't speak, she didn't move like a normal human, but she seemed to walk on her own, almost gliding, and she stared at the staff as she passed, unblinking. Like her face was like Slender Man, I think. No features basically, just a flat white face. A nurse tried to check her vital signs. She turned her head. It doesn't sound like a real story if she had no mouth. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't sound like, but her face is distorted basically, but it's still smooth. That's what they mean. She had the mouth, of course, but it's not open. It's like closed this way. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. A nurse tried to check her vital signs. She turned her head and smiled with no lips. You can imagine, like she smiled, no lips, but you can still see as if she's wearing a mask, you know? But her face stretched in a horrific way enough to suggest a grin. So you can see the stretches. It's actually expressive, but she doesn't, like her face was flat, but she can still express. Makes no sense, but for some reason I can actually imagine it. Then she laughed. The syringe wasn't empty. She jabbed it into the nurse's arm. The nurse collapsed, paralyzed. Others ran. By the time help returned, the woman was gone. No one saw her leave. No security cameras recorded anything. The hospital never filed an official report. They just thought that some way, somehow, her face was distorted. Maybe it was damaged. Maybe some kind of acid spray. But her face was smooth. That was the only strange thing. It's not a new thing where people had their eyes completely closed. No eyes, just the lids. So they weren't that surprised seeing that. The only thing was weird that her skin was still smooth. Staff whispered that they called the police, but nothing came of it. Nobody found anything about her. Some say she wandered the streets afterward, targeting anyone who seemed weak or vulnerable. And the scariest part? Some believe she was a creature from another dimension, observing, testing, and feeding on fear. Nobody could touch her face ever. For a life like her, it's definitely strange for a human, even if it was a victim of acid. So she was definitely a creature from another dimension. At least that's the theory says. Maybe it was a mask. Yeah, because nobody could touch her face. It's like she was playing around. She's a crazy person. Nobody knows. But it doesn't sound true, but at the same time it sounds true. I don't know if that makes any sense, because nothing spiritual happened here. Nothing extraordinary. The only weird part was that she had no facial features, no eyes, no mouth, but the stretching, whenever she smiled, it was visible. So yeah, what you said makes sense, that maybe it was a mask, a white mask. But a very realistic one, probably. Because doctors couldn't guess that she was wearing a mask, and they could never touch her face. So maybe, yeah. Maybe she was trying to scare people, yeah. Well, you make sense here. More than I do. Yeah, maybe that's the story. Maybe that's what's going on. 66 tutor. I got some subscribers today. Scaring people in Halloween sounds fun, actually. I would actually do that, to be honest. But you know, not everybody can take a simple joke. Now I know, just because you want a prank doesn't mean you can do anything and everything. Not everything is a prank. You can't use the word prank. It's not applicable to anything. Like if I punch somebody and say, "Oh, you just got pranked," it doesn't work as a prank, right? Or if I scare a kid so much that the kid started crying or screaming, that's not a prank, because that kid gonna be traumatized for the rest of his life, you know? You still gotta understand. You know those games where you get chased? It would be fun to work there. I know, yeah, that sounds very interesting. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Okay, let's read another one. I see 4 people now. As a monster escape rooms. Okay, yeah, I know. Another one. Sorry. I got kinda distracted. I also like the idea to, I don't know if it's considered a game or anything, but I'm interested to visit a maze and then play hide and seek, maybe. This story was posted by a Reddit user who claimed it really happened while walking home late at night. I don't think so. They just lie. He was out around 3 a.m. heading home through empty city streets. At first, he noticed a man walking strangely on the opposite side of the street. His gait was odd, jerky, like he was dancing to music no one else could hear. He was wearing a suit, and his arms were swinging wildly. The narrator thought it was just a drunk person until he noticed the face, or an amusement park in a scary ride. Yeah, exactly. I just went to, like, it was not a high quality thing, but it was spooky. Anyways, the narrator thought it was a drunk person until he noticed his face. The man had a huge unnatural grin, too wide to be real. Okay, his eyes were wide open, staring directly at him, unblinking. Okay. The narrator, okay, I just read that part. The narrator tried to cross the street, take a detour, even speed up. No matter what, the smiling man matched his movements, sometimes mirroring him, sometimes running ahead and doubling back, never breaking the grin. The tension escalated. The smiling man started clapping slowly. Okay, so it was clapping. Imagine witnessing this. A smiling, creepy man stalking you. And now he's clapping slowly, rhythmically, as he followed. So he was clapping and following. I don't know, maybe I would laugh seeing that. The narrator panicked and ran. He swore he could hear footsteps not matching his own, and every time he looked back, the grin was still there, closer than before. Finally, he reached a bridge near his apartment. He stopped. The smiling man stopped. Okay, so he stopped, and the smiling man also stopped. You should have written also. They stared at each other silently for what felt like minutes. Then the smiling man spun in a circle, walked backwards slowly, and disappeared into the fog. The narrator never saw him again, but he saw that it actually happened, and he didn't make this up. So it's a very simple story. In the middle of the night, around 3 a.m., somebody was following him. He was alone in the street. Dark, empty, silence, foggy. I'm very sorry, actually, I fell asleep. It's okay, you don't have to. Let me tell you one thing. All of you, listen. It's true I need your support, but that doesn't mean you gotta stay the entire time with me. You joined, you watched a little bit, you listened to some stories, dropped a like, interacted with me. That's it. You can leave, you can come back, you can leave. Whatever you wanna do, just do. Like you don't have to feel that pressure that I gotta be with him the entire time. Do whatever you want. Move around, study, watch TV, play games. You don't have to stay here the entire time. You know what I'm saying? The ending is kind of funny. He didn't make this up. Yeah, I know, as if he was trying to, I didn't make this up, by the way. You know, when somebody tells you this over and over again, it sounds fake immediately for some reason. Like if I keep telling you, trust me, this happened. Trust me, it's a true story. Okay, I got it. But basically what happened, he was walking around 3 a.m. alone. Everything was silent. Nobody was around. Dark, foggy, you know. And somebody was a creepy kind of guy. He didn't describe his face properly, but he was smiling wide and he was following him. And when he was speeding up the walk, he also, like, he was always behind, no matter how fast he was running or walking. He didn't say exactly if he ran. Oh yeah, he ran in the end. So he gradually sped up. So he was always there behind, the same distance. And he was smiling. And at some point he was running, following him and clapping while smiling. And when he stopped, that guy, let me read that ending again, what he did exactly. He stopped, the smiling man stopped, they stared at each other for a minute. Like, that was kind of weird. Like, then the smiling man spun in a circle. He spun in a circle, walked backwards slowly and disappeared into the fog. You can visualize that. It's kind of funny and creepy at the same time. Like, whoever was following him, what was your mission here? What did you want? You just tried to scare him and left. Yeah, maybe, because it was a man, and it's believable that it happened. And he also ended it saying, this story actually happened. He didn't make this up. I didn't make this up, by the way. Can we start redeal again? Actually, that's a lot of... What do you mean by redeal? What do you mean by redeal? What do you mean by redeal? Can we start... do you mean you want to listen to this story again? Like, you want me to reread this? I can read that again, no problem. This is the first time I read, so if I read that again, I'm gonna read it better. Oh, riddle. You... Oh yeah, we can do some riddles again. They're fun. Oh, we can do that. But to do that, we need enough people. At least 3 people who, like, 3 active people, I mean. You know? Yeah, I can ask a riddle. Let's see if you guys can solve it. I'll ask one more riddle. A very easy one. Both of you gonna answer correctly, I'm sure about that. I come out at night, but disappear in the morning. What am I? Gosh, this is so easy. This is so easy. Way too easy. I come out at night, but disappear in the morning. Okay. Ghost stories with me said moon. Eleanor also said the moon. The correct answer is a monkey. It doesn't make any sense, right? A monkey. I come out at night, but disappear in the morning. What am I? A monkey. Yeah. And I'm trolling. You guys are correct. It's the moon. Eleanor understood. It's the moon. It is the moon. I got up, but never come down. What am I? I got up, but never come down. What am I? And it's a sad thing. Trust me, it is very sad. Kian's back! Welcome back, brother. Ad. No, not an ad. ASAP. Do you mean? Like, oh, you ask what's up? I'm asking riddles again. I got up, but never come down. What am I? I got up, but never come down. I got up, but never come down. What am I? A balloon. Interesting. I got up, but never come down. But sometimes the balloon comes down, right? It's not impossible. But this one, this specific thing, is impossible. Cloud. Interesting. Oh, Eleanor said I don't know. Do you want options? Do you want options? Okay, so I'll give you some options. I got up, but never come down. What am I? Option A. Fireworks. Option B. A parachute. Option C. Age. Option D. Height. Try. Age. Okay, Eleanor said C, age. Ghost Story said D, height. Kian, let's try. What's your answer? I hope that now you won't say ghost, because ghost is not an option here. Ghost is not an option here. Are you here, brother? So the correct answer is age. Once it's up, it never comes down. Height, yeah. When you get taller, you never get shorter. But you know what? When we grow older, we actually get a little bit shorter. It happens because our backbones, you know, they get slouchy, they get compressed. Your spine get compressed when you're 60, 70, you know, a little bit, and eventually you lose around 2 to 3 inches. That happens. So your height actually goes down. But age, never. And that's a very sad part in my opinion. Imagine we could actually reduce our age, like not with looks or health. I mean, we technically can, because if we take care of our health, we can age slowly. In fact, we can age backwards sometimes, which is rare. But I'm trying to say here is that like magic, you exactly age back, like you reduce 5 years. With magic, not science, magic. That is what the rich guy is trying to do. For example, I actually get to a point where I'm 18 again. You know? I'm talking about those. But this won't happen. That's just a stupid thing. But yeah, If we age slowly, I think that's enough for us. We should be happy if we can at least age slowly. But reversing is not possible. That's just some movie shit. Yeah, for example, Brian Johnson. He's trying so hard, but he still looks the same in my opinion. In fact, I might sound a little mean here, he actually looks older than he is sometimes. Not always, sometimes. Despite having a smooth skin, healthy hair, fit body, he still isn't looking very young in my opinion. But it's also weird, he looks 50 and 20 at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. I think he would look younger if he could grow some facial hair. Then it would help his skin to be like camouflage his skin basically, because the wrinkles I can still see them. And of course you can always work out to get a better body, but I don't know if he's trying to get any muscle. He's not trying to gain muscles, right? Born in water, live in water, perish in water. What is this? A fish. Tell me I'm correct. A fish. Let's see if I'm correct. Somebody just knocked. Wait a second. Salt originates from seawater. It is found in seawater. If you put it in water again, it dissolves in water. So the correct answer is salt. Very smart. And it's a good one actually. In fact, it's a very smart one. I loved it. I'm gonna okay, you can ask another one if you want, while I ask you another riddle. How many likes I got? Let me check. Let me check. 13 likes. That's unlucky. This is a very unlucky. I don't know. Why do I read things like an Italian sometimes? You're welcome, brother. By the way, did you log in with your another account to drop an extra like? You can do that. I will appreciate it. It's unnecessary though, but that helps too. That helps too. I think Kiana's still here. Are you here still? I think you are. Eleanor, do you have a riddle for us? You can ask. You may ask, Miss Moderator, if you have any riddle, you may ask. You may ask. I can't think of any. Okay, let me ask. I've already done. I gave the first like on your live today, but I was very busy so I couldn't comment. So, oh, that's fine. You don't have to apologize. It's not necessary. But I will ask another question. Another riddle. I never speak, but I tell you secrets. I follow you everywhere, yet disappear when you turn around. What am I? It's a hard one. It's a hard one. I never speak, but I tell you secrets. I follow you everywhere. You disappear, yet disappear when you turn around. What am I? I'm gonna paste that to you. Try it out. Shut the hell up, doggies. Shut the hell up, doggies. I see a new person. Sneak to cooking. 1, 2, 3. Like 13, brother. Thank you very much for liking. I appreciate it. You sound like a... Okay, like 13, brother. Is it 13? I have translator, so don't worry. I can understand everything, every language. Let me show you something. I think it's 14. Whatever though, thank you very much for joining. Thoughts. I apologize, I actually got your comment, but I couldn't see it. It's me, brother. Who? Tanvir. Can you say your name? Thought. Oh, it's Tanvir with another account. Okay, how many accounts you have, man? How many accounts you have? You can actually... Your new account. Thank you very much. Okay, try to solve this one. I never speak, but I tell you secrets. I follow you everywhere, yet disappear when you turn around. You can Google Translate if you have a hard time understanding. I use that all the time. A lot of times people say something using a different language, like totally different alphabets. I still understand. They thought I wouldn't. Like, they try to troll, but I understand them anyways. It's a common answer again. Very stupid one, that I'm always asking the same old riddles. It's the shadow. Once again, shadow. I never speak, but I tell you secrets. How the hell you tell me secrets, shadows? Not every single riddle needs to be accurate. Tanvir is here again. Thank you very much, brother. You're here again. Tanvir Eleanor is here, but I see nobody. I have one. I don't know if it's a riddle or a joke. Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of jokes are like riddles. You're supposed to find it funny in the end. What do witches and holidays have in common? That's a very interesting one. I can cheat using AI, but I won't. I have one. Okay, I don't know if this is a riddle. What do witches and holidays have in common? That's actually a hard one. What do witches and holidays have in common? I give up. It's a very good one. I give up. I don't know the correct answer. Reveal the answer. They both fly by. I knew it, something was coming like that since you said it's like a joke. Good one. I enjoyed this one actually. They both fly by. What do witches and holidays have in common? They both fly by. Yeah. Brother, can you please tell me or see me the meaning of the word riddle? If you translate in Google, you can Google translate riddle in Bengali. It is. What should be the correct? Let me show you. Google translate Bengali. Riddle. I'll show you the meaning. I'll translate for you. Riddle. See that? Okay, I got a lot of meaning, but it's probably Tata. I knew it, but I still had to show you. You say a sentence and you have to guess. Oh, he was asking the definition. I thought he wanted to know the word in Bengali. By the way, Tanvir, I hope you're subscribed with the new account too. I hope so. It is puzzle. Thank you. Oh. I know it's... No, I know the Bengali word, of course. But I didn't know if you were asking the definition or the word. Somebody just commented. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. Okay, Keon's back again. You were probably playing Roblox, right, my little brother? I think so. Let's react to the heart together, like this, everyone. You know what I mean? The reaction button, can you see on your right? Which has heart, laugh, celebration, surprised, 100, Let's tap one together. And let's see if it floats here. Let's see. Look at that. I can see a lot of hearts floating. I see a lot of hearts floating. Yeah, now it's... Let's see the top fans today. Kian is number 1. Ghost Story is number 2. Eleanor is number 3. Jolene number 4. Tanvir number 5. And rest of them are like this. Okay. You're free. My Malaysian brother is back. Welcome back, dude. I was asking a lot of riddles today while reading some stories. Welcome back. Good to see you, my man. Who am I? You're Tanvir. You just woke up, I assume. It's a good morning to you. Drop a like since you're here. You probably did. You probably did. You probably did. Now I'm gonna ask a hard one. Hopefully it's a very hard one. Now just trade out a turf and find a home doing things. Okay. No work today, I guess. I am taken from a mine and shut up in a wooden case, from which I am never released, and yet I am used by almost every person. Can you solve this? It sounds very interesting. It sounds very interesting. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So I reached 15 likes. That's good. Let's go. I reached 15. This is becoming my average, 15. And then 20 max. Someday it'll be 50. 15 to 50. Yeah, 15. A diamond. Kian says a diamond. I'm taken from a mine and shut up in a wooden case, from which I'm never released, and yet I'm used by almost every person. What am I? What am I? Try. I don't know if it's hard. Yeah, it is hard. I actually picked a very hard one. And to be honest, even with options, I think you will fail to solve it. But I'll still try to give you reasonable options. Actually, I'll just solve it, because it's a hard one. The correct answer is a pencil lead. Graphite, you know? It's mined from the ground. It's enclosed in wood. The pencil. We use it every day, but the graphite never leaves the wooden case while in use. Am I just Tanvir? Yes, you are. This makes sense, of course, Eleanor understood. But it's a hard one. I don't think anyone would... Yeah, graphite. Anyone would solve it pretty quickly. It would need time. But that's a good one, actually. Hard, but good. It wasn't that bad. I saw Monitor Lizard run through garage shop. Really? You can take a picture and post it on my community tab, maybe. No, that's actually unnecessary. Am I just Tanvir? Yes, you are just Tanvir. I will... Okay, enough stories and riddles. I'm gonna go soon. So before going, I'll just stay casually here and chat before going. Sorry to interrupt about the story, y'all sis and bros. Oh, Yalfrey said hello to you guys. Okay, just when I stopped reading the stories and riddles, I see more people. 2 more people joined when I'm not doing anything. Hello, whoever you are. Drop a like since you're here. It's easy to do, so why not? It's okay. It's okay. What's okay? Yeah, that's a hard one, I know. I think today my stream has a huge delay, right? Sounds like it. I didn't do anything about that. Usually I lower it, like 1 second delay. So Eleanor is active, Yaofree is active, Tanvir is active, Kian is active. I don't know who else, but thank you for staying. Probably my aunt. I don't know. On my TV, there is more delay. Okay, that's a good information. So on your TV, there's more delay. I don't know if it was supposed to happen, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. Maybe that different devices gonna act differently. I just said, oh, Yaofree, it's okay. Yeah, Eleanor said to Yaofree, it's okay, don't worry. I'm about to go when the time will take. I could be your younger brother, only Tanvir remained. It's okay, what can I do? Oh, my failure. What do you mean, bro? Yes, you guys are my brother. Yeah, of course. I couldn't be your younger brother. Only Tanvir remained. What do you mean by only Tanvir remained? I mean, your real name is Tanvir, I know that, but probably somebody else is using his account. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, tomorrow I'll stream again, if possible, if I see no issues, no obstacles, no interruptions, and if I feel very good about it, like, yeah, today I should stream, so only then I will. Depends on my mood. Be respectful for y'all. I don't trip in my region here way to dogs. It's East Malaysia. Who you talking to, brother? Oh, Tanvir is talking to Yaofree. Okay, you guys are interacting to each other, and I don't know what you guys. Everybody is respectful towards each other. Don't worry about it. Sorry, my typos. I realized. No worries. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, everyone. I'm about to go. Take care. We will see. I think I should leave later. Maybe you guys are trying to say something, so I'm gonna give you some time before leaving. But yeah, I will try to stream around the same time tomorrow. Hopefully, we will see each other very soon. Till then. Okay, I see 5 now. I'll wait a little bit more. Let me check actually how many watch hours I got. Okay, brother, bye bye, good night, take care, God bless you. You too, you too. God bless you all. Apparently, I'm talking like a pastor now. God bless you all. Stay safe, dude, you're the best, and y'all too, bros and sis, God bless you too. Everybody, we'll meet again tomorrow, hopefully. Till then, take care and good night. Ta-ta. I said ta-ta. And that. There you go.